Hey there, welcome to our channel and welcome back to my kitchen. Y'all come on in. I forgot to take anything out for dinner, so we're gonna have to cook it froze. That's just the way it is. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. But I have a go-to that I can just throw together. I can cook it from frozen and it'll be just as good. And that's what we're gonna do today. Today's dinner is called camp stew. So obviously you can use it when you're out camping, or you can do it right on your stove. It's a skillet. All you're gonna need for today's recipe is some kind of bread, a roll, sliced bread. It really doesn't matter. We're just gonna put that stew on top of it and eat it like an open-faced sandwich. So any kind of bread you like, that's what you use. I have some frozen pork because it was $2. Yeah, I can live with that. So, and then you need 6 little pieces of bacon, 1 medium onion, about a full teaspoon. This is a tablespoon, so about a teaspoon of beef bouillon, a half a cup of ketchup, a cup of cheese, salt, pepper, and a half a can of tomatoes. Okay, the first thing we're gonna do is get that bacon cut up, and I'm just gonna cut it in little strips. It was 6 slits. I'll get it out. 6 slices of bacon. And this is really thin cut bacon, so if you had thicker cut, you wouldn't need quite so many. There we go. But I did have that already defrosted. All right, first thing we're gonna do is get us a medium flame. That's not medium. Let's get a medium flame. Start to get that pan warm. We're gonna add our bacon, just like that, and let it start to slowly cook down. Now we're gonna cut our onion, and I'm gonna dice that up pretty good. Not super diced, but I'm gonna dice it. Don't forget, put this stuff here, all that stuff, stick that stuff in your freezer, because you can make the best broth and the best color with your onion peels ever. Now we're just going to move that around and get those loosened up into individual little strips. And then just move them around a little bit and let them get crisped up. Okay, my bacon's about halfway to crisp. So now I'm going to go ahead and add those onions so they can cook in that awesome, awesome bacon grease. When I said I just took it out, I mean I just took it out. This thing is hard as a rock. But that's okay. Okay, and don't forget, every now and then, just walk by and move it around a little bit so that every little bit gets browned. Just like that. Okay, now that my bacon looks real good and my onions are getting soft, we're going to go ahead and take them out of the pan and just set them in this little saucer for now. I'm going to try to leave some of that grease in there. It ain't working, but I'd like to. All right, now because I'm using frozen pork, and you can use hamburger too. Actually, normally if I was gonna make this, I'd use hamburger. I'm not a real big pork person, but it was $2, so that's what I'm using. But since it's still frozen, I'm gonna put maybe 1/4 of a cup of water in my pan. Just enough that it'll cook out, because I don't want the water. So I'm just gonna put it in here, let it thaw my pork out, and hopefully I won't have to drain it. And it is frozen. Okay, on the side here, it's starting to brown up real nice. So now I know I need to flip it. And so that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm just going to flip it. Start pulling that off. Okay, and then I'm just going to bang it a little bit. Break that up. And then just let it keep cooking until the other side does the same thing, and I'll flip it again. I'll eventually have it all thawed out. Okay, time to flip again. See there, it's browning good. Let's go ahead and pull that off. Let the other side brown. We'll flip it again. I could not tell y'all how many times I got home from work where I didn't take something out for dinner, and thank heavens for hamburgers, because you could just do this, get it browned up, and still get dinner out in a reasonable amount of time. So hamburger was absolutely the go-to. I didn't take anything out for dinner. That's what's for dinner. Okay, last little bit of center unfrozen pork. We're going to give that a stir. Let that get done. It's not going to take but a minute or two. And then I did have quite a bit of liquid left in here, so I am going to drain it. Okay, we got it all drained now. Back in the pan it goes. And y'all notice I have never touched this eye. It's been on medium the entire time. Don't try to do it too fast. You ruin your meat. You ruin your pan. Slow and steady. All right, now we're going to add back the bacon and onions. We're going to add 1/2 cup of ketchup. Bang, 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 bang. That's the best way to get that out. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and add that teaspoon of beef bouillon. I'm going to put 2 pinches of pepper in there. And just a half a can, about 1 cup of tomatoes. Gonna give it all a good stir. And then I'm going to give it a good little taste test now and see if I need any salt, because, you know, I added that bouillon. You know, you can take it, you can't take it out. You can add more, but you cannot take it out. So let's try. See how we're doing on the salt. Nope. Not going to add any salt. Right on point. Now we're going to turn it down to low and just let it simmer a few minutes. And then we're going to get our bread ready. Now all I have to do is, while that's simmering, just a few minutes, I'm going to take this bread, which was also in the freezer, and it's kind of thawed out now since I had it sitting while I was cooking. But now we're just going to take those, set them in the oven, and let them get nice and warm and toasty on the outside. So that's I'm probably going to do 350 degrees till they got a nice little crust on them. Just like that. See you later. Okay, I only have a couple of minutes left on my rolls from being nice and toasty hot. So now I'm going to take that cup of cheese I had left, and we're going to put it all in our camp stew. Get it all nice and incorporated. Get that cheese in every bite. Let it melt. As soon as it's melted, we're going to get it on those rolls. Okay, cheese is melted, stove is off. Got our nice toasty brown rolls. Taste test time.
It's taste test time. I was over here doing all the close-up shots and I already ate about half one.
It did.
Okay? But the best way to characterize this, guys, is it's a glorified sloppy Joe to me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? I mean, well, she put it on a bun. It could be open face. I guess I could cut it and eat it with a fork. But I opted to just wrap the bread around it and eat it. And I'll tell you what, though, Tammy didn't know what she was going to cook for dinner.
Yeah, no, I didn't.
And when she pulled that out, she told me she was going to cook frozen pork. I was kind of skeptical. But it actually turned out halfway decent.
Right.
It was really good.
Right.
So other than that, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to call it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. It has my endorsement. Yep. You guys have a great evening.
Right.
We're out.
Mm-hmm. Like, subscribe, and share. We'll see you in the next video.
Yeah,
Bye.
all that stuff is free, by the way.
Yep. All of it's free.